Alright everyone, what is going on? In today's video we're going to discuss 8 potential, maybe even 9 potential aquatics that could appear in Jurassic World alive. So let's get into that, shall we? The first one up, kind of obvious who it would be, the Mosasaurus. Am I right? Like, come on. It's a well-known creature. Of course it would have to be in the game. So Mosasaurus, what rarity would it be? I think it would be unique, but that would mean it would probably get an apex hybrid. Now that would be cool. So if it were to get a hybrid with something, what would it get a hybrid with? And that leads us into the second creature. This is inspiration from Jurassic World, the game, so you'll probably figure out which hybrid it's going to get. But I think as a legendary creature, we could get Dunkleosteus in the game, the rock-armored fish. I think, the Dunkleosteus could be, say, a resilient, just because, it's a really tanky, rock-built creature. Mosasaurus could probably be fierce. I know it's got, like, a massive bite. I know Megalodon's is bigger. We may or may not get to Megalodon. We'll see. But then what will their hybrid be as an apex? Obviously, well, if you do play Jurassic World, the game, you would know their hybrid is Dunkleosaurus. So this is like a Mosasaurus jacked to the max, basically. It is a Mosasaurus with the Dunkleosteus rock armor on it. It's just like, it's a major Mosasaur, basically. Like, you do not want to mess with it. Like, the Mosasaurus is already bad. Don't want to mess with Dunkleosteus. But, Dunkleosaurus, I mean. But anyway, next up, what do I think we could get? As I did mention, number 4, the Megalodon. Come on. Like, every time Mosasaurus is around, it needs Megalodon with it. Those two are just the serious biggest threats of the oceans. Like, come on. I'm surprised Jurassic World Evolution 2 doesn't have it yet, but maybe in the future. But if we're getting Megalodon, what is another creature we could get? I think we could get Archelon as a common creature. And that means I think Megalodon might be a rare. If we get them all as different rarities. So, as I said, Mosasaurus would be unique. Dunkleosteus would be legendary. Dunkleosaurus would be apex just because it's like the tip top of the aquatic food chain. But yeah, why would I put Megalodon rare? Why would I put Archelon common? Just because, I think there needs to be a slot for every type of aquatic. They need to have every rarity filled up. And if that's the case, then I think their hybrid should be epic. The Meg Archelon, which is, Megalodon fused with, like, Archelon shell, so it's really protected. I would say it's in competition with Dunkleosaurus. But in this game, you can max them all up to the same level. So whether it has really good stats as an epic, who knows? But that gets me onto my final creatures. So, an Omega, right? I did say we're going to fill up every rarity. So, Omega, I think, could be Mosasaurus Gen 2. You think they've remade everything popular into Omegas. They redid the T-Rex as the Metal Rex, the Red Rex, and then they remade the Velociraptor as Clever Girl into an Omega, right? They've done everything. Even Toro, the Carnotaurus, they've made as an Omega. So I think they could easily do a Mosasaurus Gen 2 as an Omega. So, do I think that could get a hybrid? I think it could. I think that would be Arma Mater, which is in Jurassic World, the game, except it's a land creature because it's fused with Nothosaurus. So, whether we have a separate aquatic arenas, this Arma Mater would still play a part in PvP. It could be super strong, especially if it's an Omega hybrid. And you're like, wait, Omega hybrids? I have done theories, so when this video ends, I'll put them up on screen. Make sure to check them out, okay? But there are various ways we could create this. One of my original theories was we could fuse any rarity with Omega, so that way we could just fuse a rare Nothosaurus with the Mosasaurus Gen 2 to make the Omega hybrid. But if we can only fuse Omegas together, there is a new creature coming up, I believe, that was seen in the Datamine. This is just speculation. It's not confirmed to come to the game yet, but it's called Crichtonosaurus, named after the writer of Jurassic Park. But I think maybe you could fuse them because it's still an Ankylosaur. It's not really called Nodomater, is it? It's called Arma Mater. It could be fused with any Ankylosaur, really. So there is that, I think. Because I think every other Omega is going to get a hybrid, but I think if you leave Crichtonosaurus alone with Mosasaurus Gen 2, they could get a hybrid. But, what if Omega hybrids are just not coming? What could take the role of the Omega then if Mosasaurus Gen 2 will not be making a hybrid? I think we could get Nothosaurus, right? Either that, or we'll get it as a normal amphibian like Coolosuchus and all the crocodilians in the game. But yeah, that's about the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to know how to fuse omegas out of omegas, watch here. If you want to fuse omegas with non-omegas, watch here. I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.